Hi guys, welcome back. It has been such an extraordinary, time listening to Stacey as she shares her journey with us. And we're gonna pick up on speaking about her book. Remember at the start we told you that she's an author and also the founder of Stacey Speaks. So we found out a little bit about Stacey, why she came up with the blog and so on to encourage people. We want to talk now about, her journey as an author. When did that start? How is that going? And what are the publications that she's had so far? Take it away, Stacey.
All right. So as I mentioned earlier, I started writing in 2013, but this was shortly after I had parted ways with my son's dad, and I honestly couldn't have, the emotions. I would overcome the emotions when I was tried to stop. So after the blog and everything, and everybody was encouraging, saying, write. I picked it up back, and I started writing in January of 2021, and 2022, correct, 2023 now, January 2022, and in no time I was finished. I got the book published
in less than a year.
I got the book published in February 2022, right? So everything just started flowing, and it just felt right, like this was the time for all of this to be done, and I was just running with it. And
which one of the books was
that's
that?
Memoir of Kitty's number 17.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the life story. It gives my journey from age 16 to 32. All the ups and downs, the high lows, everything that I probably can't share with you here. You can read about it in the book. The book it's very authentic, and I tried to keep it that way. I didn't want to, paint a picture of something that it wasn't. I just wanted people to see it raw, real, everything as to how it happened in sequence, and just to get an understanding of, who I am.
And how has the reception been since you published that book?
It has been very good. I remember, like, in the first couple of months, I sold like over 100 copies of the book, and persons have reached out because, like, not everyone was aware of my journey. So once they started reading, they were like, oh my God, I can't believe they went through all of that, but unfortunately I did.
Praises be to God that you're here. Joseph went through a journey for his purpose as well. Alright, so tell us about your second book. How did that come about, and is it influenced by the first?
Alright, so the second book I did was actually a journal. That's my mental fitness journal. And that was just to encourage persons on their individual journeys, because a lot of times we tend to internalize things instead of trying to share it, and we have this thing where we say we don't want to tell people our business.
Pride.
So I did the journal to say use this as an outlet. Whatever it is that you think is going on inside, just write it down, just get it out. And sometimes that works. It helps you to fight through the emotions and everything that's going on. So that was the second book I did. The third was Somebody's Fool. Somebody's Fool is
okay. So the second book was
my mental fitness journal. Right. Somebody's Fool provides a different perspective on breakups, because we always tend to view breakup in the negative, and I sought to bring new light to say, what if this breakup is what's going to propel you further on your journey? What if whoever you're with can't go on the journey with you, so you have to leave them behind, in order for God to take you further. So that's what Somebody's Fool pretty much is, just a different perspective on breakups from a positive standpoint.
I'm listening to you, Stacey, and I'm saying, look at Stacey at this age, looking back on her journey and now giving it a positive spin versus the Stacey then who was like, why does that happen to me? And so congratulations.
Thank you. It's growth.
It's growth, right? But you did 3 books in less than 2 years. That's
yes.
Wow.
So far.
Wow. So far, which means that your journey hasn't ended as an author.
Not at all. Not at all. I've had recommendations or requests from persons to say, you know, to do a book as it relates to being a single parent and single parent of a boy, and you know, to try and help others on that journey as well. So you know, just a lot of
and then we also do speaking engagements to your motivational speaker. How has that been, and you know, how did that evolve? Was it from the book? Was it from the blog?
All right, so once I started putting myself out there, and you know, just sharing my story on these different platforms, then you know, persons started engaging me to say, okay, can you come and do a presentation, that sort of thing. Another thing I also did was to I did a program that was called Bent Not Broken, which allowed persons to come and share their stories of overcoming. And you know, give them that platform to just be real and be raw, be very authentic about, you know, their whole life journey. And you know, I saw where that in itself also helped a lot of persons, because you know, we have to understand that there's so many issues, there's so many persons who are struggling, right? And you know, they might not have an outlet or anybody to actually listen to what's going on with them. So you know, that provided that, and I was grateful for that. I'm trying to work on, you know, season two so I can bring some other persons in.
I mean, it's so interesting, Stacey, because you said that a lot of people don't have outlets, but then I don't know if it's societal or just cultural that we really and truly, like I said, don't tell nobody with business. So, you know, you have people who go through incestuous relationships that don't talk about those things in like generations, you know, and so we don't really know where we've come from. We grew up mommy and daddy tough, but why are you tough, mommy and daddy? So they don't even share their own journey with us that will help us to even, you know, prevent a future mistake.
It's always about the child should be seen and not heard. So nobody really grows, and then we keep on repeating these generational cycles and so on. So I mean, for me, it is very good that you will listen to the voice of God and, you know, stepped into His ordained timing as well, because to have 3 books published in less than a year, to start a blog in 2021, we're now in 2023, and to see the shape that it has taken and the number of persons that you really have helped, I'm really proud of you. And I do commend you to, you know, just being vulnerable and stepping out there, knowing that you're not only doing it for yourself, but you're helping others. Right, because one of the things I remember, once the book was published and there was an article in the Observer, and the article was titled My Naked Truth, because that's how I saw the book. And when I saw some of the comments, and it wasn't even that I saw the comments, somebody went on social media pages and saw some of the comments that were left there, and you know, they kind of screenshotted all the negative ones and sent to me, and it made me second guess myself
whether or not you
I was like, did I do the right thing? You know, should I put this out there? But in, you know, like probably 2 seconds after, I was like, look, it is already there. There's nothing I can do about it at this stage. And these people who are commenting, they don't know me. They are just reading an article and just going based off that and making these wild comments, you know. But it has been a journey, and I am grateful. I am grateful.
How has the support been? So like, you know, you're on this journey, you're discovering yourself, you're helping persons, you have people who are close to you who, you know, would be supporting it and so on. What was your experience in terms of when you decided to take these steps? What was the support that you got?
Right, so I will firstly say that your support is not going to come from the people you expect it to come from. And I'm putting that out there because sometimes when you have this great expectation of people and it's not met, then you feel as though you don't want to carry on.
Yes.
You feel a little bit defeated, you feel a little demotivated because you're saying that these are your people. So these are the ones who you are saying, should be your biggest cheerleader. But I am here to tell you, you need to be your own biggest cheerleader. Now, if it is that you're doing some, whatever it is that you're putting out there, and if it is that only one person responds to it, in that moment, that's still one person, and that one person can go and tell 10 people. You just never know. So don't discount the fact that you're only getting a response from one person. But I have to say a big shout out to, I have a little circle of, we call ourselves the Caps, because we're all Capricorns, we're all born January. And they have supported me a lot. I have good people in my circle, good people. I probably didn't get the support I would have wanted, like from my siblings and family, but I had a good circle of friends. That you and they pushed. And my big sister Maxine, after
shout her out,
big up Maxine, because she was like an international marketer.
Wow.
Once the book came out, she was sending it to everyone overseas. She was actually setting up and going to these different events overseas and have a expo and she was doing all of that.
Big up Maxine. Yeah. Boy, Stacey, I mean, I like what you said about the support, and it's very profound. I'd like for you to repeat it again.
That the support is not going to come from
from those
persons that you expected. Yes.
So guys, you're on a journey, and you get an idea to do something. Like Stacey said, believe in that idea, because you may expect the support or the validation to come from somebody, who you hold in high esteem. But if it doesn't come, then you're going to shelve that idea and never, execute.
Okay with that.
Yeah.
We probably don't highlight it enough, but we also need to acknowledge the fact that a lot of times, where we're going, not everybody can come with us. And because of that, sometimes when we birth these things, persons don't necessarily want to see you moving from where you are.
I don't find that out until you're about to move to one another.
So you just have to take things as it comes. And don't have any great expectation of anyone. Just whatever.
So you're not disappointed.
There you
basically,
go.
Yeah.
Whatever you see, you work with it. Don't try to make it into something that whatever is presented, you just accept it for what it is.
Wow. How can our viewers get in touch with you for, if they just want to give you a shout out, if they want you for a speaking engagement,
Right, so you can find me on Instagram at Stacey Speaks 2021.
Oh, you have to spell the Stacey.
STACEY SPEAKS 2021 on Instagram. Also have a YouTube page which is Stacey Speaks. So all the interviews from the Bent Not Broken program is on that platform. So you can take a look. And if it is that you want to be interviewed for the Bent Not Broken,
you heard it here.
You can also reach out to me.
Yeah.
So on Instagram, all my contact is their email, staceyspeaks.net at gmail.com.
Yes. Stacey, thank you so much for joining us today. And you have delivered a wealth of experience, and how to overcome. And you are truly a picture of resilience and just discovering yourself and your importance to God and His purposes. So I want to tell you thanks again for coming and for blessing up Beyond the Scenes.
You're welcome.
Alright guys, and next time you can tune in, as what I've said before, our YouTube channel is Beyond the Scenes podcast, and we're also on Instagram at Beyond the Scenes, and we're also on Twitter at Beyond the Scenes. If you choose to email us, it's stories@beyondthescenes.com. Until next time.